What's going on, guys? DJF here. Smash that like button. And what we got in front of us is Sugar Bytes Effectrix. And we're going to do a quick guide for it so you can get into it and start making all kinds of crazy stuff. So, Effectrix is basically a multi-effect VST that has, again, 14 different effects that you can choose from or do them all at the same time. So let's hear one. I'm going to go back to Bass Future, which is a part of this preset being on my website. The link will be in the description box. Shameless plug. Yeah. Let's go. So I'm going to go and access one feature off top here, and that's bypass. And with it lit, you will not hear anything but their original line. So as it plays the regular riff, I'm going to unbypass it, and what will happen? So that's what happens when you unbypass stuff. So I'm going to press this initial button here, and I'm going to turn bypass off because we definitely want to use it. And then I'm going to use X loop. So what does X loop do? Whoops, I did something wrong. What is wrong? Well, let's go right here into this section right here, and we're going to press this on button. And let's see if it happens now. As you can see here, it's kind of offbeat, and that's because I have to change the tempo of the time signature to 1/16, which fits into a 4/4 spectrum, which all music is usually based upon anyways. So as you can see here, now it kind of fits into a normal signature. You also have like 132 and many others that you can choose from usually faster to slower. And this is slower. As you can see, that's quite annoying for it to go through that. So real quick here, if I really want to get rid of this line and I just didn't like what I did in X loop through this particular grid, all I have to do is just hit that button right here, which is an X. Again, this playlist right here is why I like to call this. Kind of resembles like an arrangement on FL Studio if you was going in playlist mode, or Ableton if you're one of those guys like me right now. And, you can just draw out many different ones. But more importantly, I'm going to go through one of the effects because you can apply all this other knowledge I'm about to kick to you to each and every individual effect to make something crazy. So first off here, let's just draw this right back again, and we're going to go access this area right here, which has all your basic information. So now you can see that you can save a preset or pick a preset that's already there. It has many different choices. Choose another one. And as you can see there, you got many different choices here. Now in these particular parameters here, you have pitch change because you can, as you dial in or boost the pitch change, it goes up. Then if you attenuate it, it goes down. You also have size change here as well. Whoa, that's actually pretty cool. That's pretty awesome. But you can mess with that parameter knob, and also if you are one of those guys that don't like it, and you can double left click on it or double tap, however you're using Effectrix, and you can go from the beginning. You also have attack and a release, and it works pretty much like how a normal ADSR works. you can see, as I added some more release, it released longer. It had a tail behind it before it went back to normal on the riff. You have envelope size. As you can see, if I, attenuate to the left, it makes it tighter. And if I was to move it to the right, so, and then you have the overall size, which has different time signatures as well. So you can see you can pretty much go audio rate if you go 128 and just normal. And the same knowledge, as you can see, it applies to all the other different effects here, as they do have a slightly different ways of looking. So, you just probably just want to explore those more further. But more importantly, as I go back into X Loop here, I want to go into this Modular Tracks area, because this is pretty nifty as well. So this R&D is random, so you can randomly generate modulation. So why is it not working? It's because you have to go and assign a certain parameter. So I'm going to assign size, and we're going to watch this knob right here as it will go bust banoodle crazy. Also though, and I want to show you guys, there's a record button here, and you can, after you press play, draw. And then once you uninitialize record, it will go through that modulation here. There's also smoothness. You can dial in smoothness if you want to be smooth. That is pretty much it for that right there. So also, you can do chaos if you really want to guess and see, what random stuff you can come up with. And perhaps, edit that down and see what else you can come crazy with. You also can swing. There's swing there, so. So that is pretty cool as well. One thing I do want to point out here, because this is a pretty nifty thing that you might want to do if you have your MIDI controller assigned to this. Of course, you trigger by MIDI, you have to turn that on or whatnot. And then, you would, go pattern keys. And as you can see, if I select like C sharp, there's nothing there. So, you can add different Effectrix points here. So when you play and do stuff, let me actually turn that off real quick. So you could really go and do some creative stuff. Like, this is very ideal for like sampling and stuff like that. If you really don't want somebody to know what sample you're using, or just you want to really mangle something in general, like hi-hats or all that, it really works. 808s, you'd be surprised of what Effectrix can accomplish for your music production. It's all up to your creativity level. I'm trying to see what else well, of course, obviously you have master mix here. And what master mix does in general is, if you see the 50-50 here, it puts a little bit in the dry, a little bit in the wet. So pretty much you'll be parallel signaling this VST, or this multi-effect VST. And then of course, you can turn it up loud and stuff like that, master level. If that is your cup of tea. Yeah. Again, just for proof, there's many and multiple things that you could do with reverbs and stuff like that. There's the way to do that. And I guess Now, what if you want to save it or whatnot? You can save it. Just go to this preset or whatever part of it, and then just save preset. Save it in your user bank, and then go from there. And that is basically about it there. So again, guys, I hope you enjoyed this quick guide. It was supposed to be quick, and this is not the first time I did. I have another video I did back in 2015, but people complained and all that stuff. So yeah, I just wanted to do it again so that people see it. And I am DJ Av. Again, there is servants if you really want 100 presets or whatnot that have been used by many people now. And check it out. The links will be in the description box. If you have any comments or questions or whatnot, leave it in the comment section and I will answer momentarily, either via my reply or another video. So you never know. That is about it, guys. That's all, folks.
Traptendo.